3 kits, 3 styles, 3 tones. The Pearl Masters line comprises of expertly crafted drums fit for the committed drummer looking for that quintessential Pearl tone. But what's the difference between them, and which one of these suits your needs? Let's jump right in and find out. The Pearl Masters range is designed with the experienced drummer in mind and those serious in pursuing a professional quality tone. Available since 1993, the Masters series has gone through a couple of iterations to get to what we have today. They vary between plies, materials and configurations in the last 30 years. So, with Pearl celebrating their 75th anniversary this year, it seems like the perfect time to take a closer look at how they've arrived at this current Masters sound. Let's have a quick head-to-head to see what we're looking at. The originator of the Pearl Masters sound was a kit called the MLX, which had 100% maple, 6-ply shells and was played by the legend that is Jeff Porcaro, who really helped put that Pearl sound on the map and began the lineage of the Masters line that we have here today. You can hear this history on the 1992 Toto album, Kingdom of Desire, if you fancy checking that kit out. Today, the line is split into 3 distinct personalities. Although all different, they're made with the same technology, SST, Superior Shell Technology. It is creating some of the most consistent shells out there. Using 1000 psi of hydraulic pressure, the world's first high-temperature curing system creates perfectly round, airtight shells. Pairing this with their exclusive acoustic glue, which permeates every pore in the wood, the final result is a highly resonant and extremely strong shell. And you can even see a picture online of them balancing a Hummer on top of one of their toms. A confident advert if we ever did see one. Three different lines, of course, means 3 different configurations. So let's start with the Maple Complete. This 6-ply 5.4mm North American maple shell complements a range of tunings, which, when combined with the 45-degree bearing edge, creates minimal head contact and ensures a highly musical shell with great dynamics. Punchiness, attack, and a focused mid-range is what you can expect with this one. It is a cross-laminated shell too, which means each succeeding ply is laid at a 90-degree angle to the last, giving the shell its strength and rigidity. This makes it the ultimate road-ready shell, giving that professional player full versatility for whatever the musical situation demands. You really can't go far wrong with this maple shell. Next, we have the Maple Reserve, which has what Pearl refer to as a 4x4 Masters shell. This means a 4-ply 5mm maple shell with added 4-ply maple reinforcement rings. These shells are special, as they use maple from their Masterworks vault, hence the reserve in the name. Being such a thin shell, the reinforcement rings not only add a dryness to the tone, but they also help keep the thin shell from being too muddy and creates a more focused sound. This slight but necessary addition also helps the thinner shells like this stay rigid and round under tighter tensions. This shell also has a 45-degree bearing edge for, like the Complete, a classic blend of attack, warmth and sustain. Finally, the maple gum is the intruder in an otherwise all-maple lineup. Although gum is new to the Masters line, this blend isn't brand new to Pearl. Back in 2017, they had a Masterworks Sonic Select shell recipe called Studio, which was loved so much by artists and session players, they just had to bring it back. What you're getting here, as with the Reserve, is a Masterworks level shell without the Masterworks price tag. 4 plies of maple with 2 plies of gum on the inside, combined with a 60-degree outer bearing edge, which is the same as the previously mentioned Masterworks Sonic Select shell, which gives the thin yet dense shell a rounded and punchy tone that microphones absolutely love. Check it out. Although related, these kits need different hardware to really shine, but there are similarities across the three. Pearl cut their teeth making music stands, which was their first ever product at the end of World War II. And with so much of a drum set being hardware, this lineage of metalwork can only be to the benefit of the kit. They've honed this craftsmanship to produce the Optimount aluminium suspension system, where the toms are mounted from 4 separate points at their tension rods, allowing the drum to float on isolators rather than be muffled by them. This means that all that hard work of acoustic glue and SST that's gone into making these shells as resonant as can be doesn't go to waste. Lightweight too, they fit right into the spirit of the Masters line for the gigging player. Being one of the first series of drums in the 90s to sport the split lug design, it has been continued and honed today with the CL bridge lugs. With minimal contact on the drum and their minimal mass, they help control vibration and work in tandem with the suspension system, really helping these shells sing. On the floor toms, all the legs have the R40 air suspension feet that optimizes projection and resonance, whilst helping reduce the transfer of power into the floor, because who wants that? With all having different shells, different hardware is needed to accentuate their inherent properties. This complete replaced the Pearl MCX kit, where the toms had die-cast hoops and Pearl's Optimount mounting system. So upgrades these elements to a tom suspension system and to Super Hoop 2 triple flanged hoops have improved projection and tonality. Super Hoop 2s let the shell breathe, providing a classic look and help keep tuning level throughout play. The Reserve goes with a fat tone 1.6mm hoop. Triple flanged and similar to a classic stick chopper hoop with a unique hemmed edge, this brings increased strength to the shell. These low mass hoops are another reason for the Reserve's low weight, which has been reduced by 30% thanks to changes like this. Showing off its Masterworks lineage, however, the MMG has Mastercast hoops. Enhancing the volume of the shell and delivering a consistent tone throughout play, it is a Masterworks hoop through and through. They also claim to add more top-end attack, something that will help round out the tone of the naturally deeper and fuller sounding shell. The only one out of these three that supports a die-cast hoop, this drum continues to give you features that microphones love. The die-cast aesthetic is also something great to look at. The final changes come in how they catch the eye, and here we have 3 great examples of Pearl's dedication to every aspect of drum design. On the Complete, we have a brand new ocean stripe finish, and it's probably one of my favourite new finishes I've seen in recent years. On the Reserve, we have another new finish called Satin Charred Oak, which matches the smoked chrome hardware beautifully. And a classic finish on our MMG with a silver white swirl gives an unimposing and understated presence to the monster that we now know is underneath. This series has a lineage that includes the great Jeff Beccaro, shells that have the quality of a Masterworks kit, and hardware innovations that have a history going back to post-World War II. The Pearl Master series has a solid grounding in the professional drumming world, thanks to them being crafted with quality at the forefront. And these kits sing in every situation. Gigging players are often after a do-it-all kit, and the full maple shells, like the Complete and the Reserve, they fill that void. But if you want something a bit special with something more about it, the maple gum is that kit. My ear is leaning towards the maple gum, but let us know which one caught your ear in the comments below, and check out the Gear4music website to see other Pearl Masters kits available. I've been Myles with Gear4music, and thank you for watching.